we learn about menstrual cycles. Menstrual cycles hold in the female organs, mainly the ovary and uterus oriented cycle is menstrual cycles. It is start at the age of 8 to 12 years. Girls, that is the starting point, is called menarche, and the menstrual cycles lost their essence at the age of more or less 40 years at women. That is called menopause. Now, what is the changes of ovary and uterus in these cycles? I repeat here. Ovarian change and uterine change. Ovarian changes and uterine changes. There are 4 stages. Find these changes are running to 1 to 28 days more or less. That is near about 1 month. That is 1. Follicular stage. 2. Ovulatory stage. 3. Luteal stage. And 4. The menstrual stage. What is these stages now? That is ovary. Here, the immature Graafian follicle is produced by the process of oogenesis, and from the primordial germ cells, these stages is called follicular stages, which belong 1 to 14 days up to mature Graafian follicle is production. After production of mature Graafian follicles, this burst out into the ovary. From the ovary, that is these stages, and ovum is disbursed. This takes place only 13 to 15 days. And after disbursing these ovules, this bag-like sac-like structure is called corpus luteum. It secretes the hormone progesterone. It is shows the luteal phases. These stages belongs 16 to 18 days. And here the none of formation is present, and then 4 to 6 days the blood secretions from the uterus is good. This is called the menstrual stage. Now, what is the changes in uterus? I should say first stages is called repairing phases. Repairing phases. What is phases? After menstruation, this endometrium and the epithelial tissues can be made. The natural processes is called etheric phase, polyphyletic phases. 2. It is running about 7 to 14 days. And next, after repairing, the ovulation is take place, and that is called the ovulatory phase. It takes place in 13 to 16 days. And next, the premenstrual phases. It takes place only 15 to 28 days. And for the menstrual phases, that is 4 to 6 days, like all of the phases, including these two organs, shows the cycles called menstrual cycles. So, it is the clear representations of the changes of ovary and uterus in menstrual cycles. Some of the lower level animals cannot show these cycles. It is the upper level animals, that is human, can show this type of cycles. The lower level animals can show the estrous cycles. It is when it is more than 1 or 2, 3, then there are various types of names can be distributed. That is 1 monoestrous, 2 diestrous, and many multistrous or polystrous animals. Now, we learn about the placenta. What is placenta? The placenta is the term which is coined by the Greek word that is a flat cake. Flat cake. Placenta. What is the component of placenta? There are two separate organs mixed with each other and made the placenta after fertilizations in the organ of female reproductive systems. That is, placenta's volumes also or weight more or less 500 kilograms, a diameter 18 centimeters, and breadth more or less 3.5 centimeters. The component of placenta like maternal component and fetus component. Maternal component or fetus component. Maternal component, that is blood flow, to the blood vessels, epithelial cells, blood vessels, epithelial cells. 3. One, blood flow to blood vessels, epithelial cells of blood vessels, and surrounded connective tissues. And 4 is the uterus epithelium. The epithelium of uterus. And the fetus component connected with the maternal component, that is 1 chorion epithelium, 2 chorion connective tissues, three here it is the blood vessels of epitheliums, and 4 is the fetus epithelium. So there are the two separate part, that is maternal part and a fetus parts, mixed with and produced the placenta. Now I represent the structure of placenta here. That is now it is the umbilical veins and umbilical artery. Umbilical vein and artery. Now it is endometrium, and the reticulate part is shown here, that is called the it is Korean, and this the maternal blood store, and the reticulate part is called chorionic villi or villi. So it is the uterus vein and artery. Now I have represent that is a fetus. That is an amniotic fluid. And that is called the amniotic cavity. That is fetus. Now that's Korean or chorionic villi. That is yolk sac. Now we learn about the amniotic fluid which is found in amniotic cavity. It is the processes to know about the fetus. What is its sex, either male or female? What is the genetic disorder of this fetus? By this process is called amniocentesis. After collect the amniotic fluid, we test about these fluids and we learn about these fluids and know what is the character of the fetus, that is male or female, and what is the genetic features of this fetus is called amniocentesis. Now the total structure of placenta. I repeat here, what is the function of placenta? There are two types of functions represented by placenta, that is one, endocrine and others. Endocrines, there are so many hormones are found in the placenta, that is progesterone, it is estrogen, that is HCG, human chorionigonadotropin, that is HCS, human choriosomatomammotropin, and relaxin, and the renin. Those type of hormones are found in placenta and functions fully for their own criterion. And others is, that is the transfer of food by the placenta from the mother maternal body to fetus. The transfer of O2, diffusion of O2 from maternal body to fetus. Diffusion of CO2 from fetus to maternal bodies. All of these criteria maintained by the placenta and functions of the placenta also. Now, we learn about the lactation. What is lactation? Lactation is the main features of the delivery, birth, when the baby or the adult fetus can deliver from their mother and mother can lactate there. This process is called lactation. Lactation is start by the hormone, that is prolactin, and it is stimulated by the hormone, that is estrogen or estrogen, or the first the lactate materials is called, that is running into 2 to 3 days after birth of young, it is called the colostrum. Most interest and that is IgA is found in this type of colostrum. Now I learn about STD. STD. STD means the sexual transmitted disease. There are 4 agents caused by this type of diseases, that is virus, bacteria, protozoa, and chlamydomonas. Virus oriented sexual transmitted disease is AIDS and hepatitis. AIDS and hepatitis. Bacteria transmitted gonorrhea and syphilis. Protozoa caused of trichomoniasis. Chlamydomonas is caused of chlamydiasis. All of the sexual transmitted disease shows their separate symptoms, and that is caused by the pathogen. Those pathogens are virus, that is AIDS and hepatitis. Pathogens are bacteria, gonorrhea, syphilis. Pathogens are protozoa, that is trichomoniasis, and pathogen of this chlamydomonas is called chlamydiasis. All of the sexual diseases we know, we learn what is the pathogens, scientific names, pathogens types, their incubation period, and the symptoms, and what's the remedies or precautions. All of this we can learn. Now we can learn about the birth control methods. birth control method. There are natural, barrier type, and the chemical. India is a large populated country, so the population control is the most necessary subject in our country, and this type of control method can be used of birth control processing, that is natural. Natural is various types, that is withdraw method or the safe period choosing of safe period and withdraw method. The safe period, when the male and female meet with each other at the safe period, then any type of fetus cannot be produced for their meeting. And withdraw method, the sexual time when the penis of the male partner can withdraw from the vagina structure, and the semen can throw into the outer part of the environment, then the fetus cannot grow in this type of processes. Now we take various types, that is condom, diaphragm, copper T, loop, condom, diaphragm, film seal, vault cap, etc. Chemical is the spermacide. This chemical used into the vagina at the stage of meeting, the sperm can be killed by this chemical. And others is oral contraceptive. Oral contraceptive, that is something pills like tablets can be used for the barrier of birth condoms. Condoms is the cap-like structure which put into the male sex organ, a diaphragm put into the female sex organ, and copper T loop put into the uterus, and vault cap also used in the vaginal zone. So all the barriers, natural and chemical processes can control the birth rate of populations. Now the other things, that is assisted reproductive technology. That is ART. What is this? That is various types that shows the peculiarities of male and female sex organs. That is IVE, IVF or ET. in vitro fertilizations or embryo transfer, that is GIFT, that is gamete interfallopian tubes, that is ZIFT, zygote interfallopian tubes, and the artificial inseminations, IAI. All are the artificial process by which any female can cover their maternity. When the male is poor to product their babies, or female may be poor for the product of babies, so these processes can be adopted, both male and female, but female bodies can react this type of assisted reproductive technology or ART. Now, what is it? Is the last chapter or the first unit, that is reproduction of a human. Now, last is infertility. Infertility, which is two types, primary and secondary. When male and female both cannot produce the fertility of their structure of body, then this is called the infertility. And now the other process of birth barriering processes, that is the mechanical tubectomy, vasectomy. Vasectomy only put into the male bodies and tubectomy put into the female bodies. So I clear the all of the content of this chapter. Now I finish the total unit of the reproductions of the 12 biology.